It is another good afternoon to you, but of course a sad afternoon as many of us around the Commonwealth and perhaps if you're from the United Kingdom, born and bred like myself, today will always be a day we look back on tinged with sadness at the passing of our beloved Queen Elizabeth II. Now we all know that two things are inevitable. One is death, one is taxes, and unfortunately taxes continue even if you have passed away. So let's talk a little bit today about that horrible taboo topic, which is death, because we may as well get this one out the way while we are really bemoaning the fact that people do eventually leave this earth. Now, the Fraser government did abolish death taxes in Queensland in 1979. However, you do need to understand that taxes do have to be settled. So if there's outstanding tax owed to the Australian Taxation Office, that does have to be paid. There's also transfer duties, and there's also capital gains tax on inheriting properties. So you really need to get the right advice from your accountant and also your lawyer. Now, if you're watching this, you're alive, that's great news, okay? However, things change, as we all know. So make sure that you have a will in place, you have an updated will. It's always a great rule of thumb to update your will if you've had a new child. So many of my clients have recently had babies. Very exciting. I don't know why, but they've all sort of had them in the last few weeks, which is amazing. But certainly if you've recently had a baby, or you've got married or engaged, or you've changed your status, or you've purchased a new property, please make sure you've updated your will. This is very, very important. You really need to know how your wealth is going to be distributed amongst your beneficiaries and who's going to be the executor of your will. These are all very important decisions to make. And also make sure that if you do own a property and you own it with another party that is a dependent, or you have children, make sure that you have covered them adequately in the event of your death, particularly an untimely death, and that you've got some sort of policy in place that will pay out your mortgage and leave your loved ones with an asset or a home base. It's a difficult enough thing to go through the death of a loved one, and if you actually don't have a home or a roof under your head, or you're forced to sell, that is a very traumatic time for all. It really is. So if you have any more questions about deceased estates, or you'd like us to put you in touch with one of our panels of experts, which we do have, which we can put you in their safe hands, I'd be really happy to advise you who you can trust. And of course, if you are dealing with a deceased estate, or a family member has recently passed away and you would like some advice in selling, whether it's here or whether it's interstate, I'm always happy to point you in the direction of a great agent who can assist you in the event that I'm unable to assist you if it's not here in Brisbane. Once again, thank you so much for your time, and I wish you a great weekend.